Hey guys, how's it going? It's Al. I'm here to break down everything that happened in week 3. This is our DraftKings recap for week 3 NFL DFS. I go over everything that I did in my content. Well, I go over my article on ESPN. I can't go over everything. I put out too goddamn much content to go over all of the content, but we focus on my best buys column, which is an ESPN Plus piece. If you don't subscribe to ESPN Plus, and I know that you do because literally everybody has Disney Plus, so you probably have it bundled and you have ESPN Plus, Google best buys week whatever, and you'll find my article over on ESPN. It's been there for this is my 6th or 7th year writing the article. It's been a long time. Anyway, we go over that and find out where I was right, where I was wrong, where I got lucky, where I got unlucky. We're going to go over my high stakes tournament lineup. We're going to go over my 150 lineups in the Millionaire Maker. We're going to go over the Smiz Gang Listener League, find out who won there, the cage match that I played this week between myself and CSU Ram and Adam Levitan. We're going to go over everything that happened on Underdog with my pick'ems, the Battle Royales, and the Guillotine League for the 06010 on the Fantasy Focus pod feed. So there's a lot of stuff. We got to get to it. Thank you guys for finding your way over to the second channel for this week 3 recap. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notifications bell, because the recap lives here to free up space on the main channel. There's too many things happening on Monday. I can't release 3 videos to be active on a Monday. It just cannibalizes the whole channel. So that's why it's here, in case you're wondering. So let's get to the recap.
He's a legend.
So here's the Best Buys article here. If you guys want to take part in the fundraiser that we're doing for No Kid Hungry, right down below in the description, there's a Tiltify link to take you there if you wanted to be a part of that. We are at over $10,000 raised and climbing every day. So we're going to see where we get to. If we can get to 25,000, I will match every $5,000 up to 25,000. Hopefully we can raise 50K for the kids this year. That's what we're trying to get to. So be a part of something that's bigger than yourself. Kyler Murray was my first player here. Didn't have a big day, not at all. 28 of 34, 300 yards, so we got you the bonus. No touchdowns through the air. Did score a rushing touchdown on 7 carries for 19 yards for 8,200. Not enough, but it kind of just is what it is. You're going to take the good with the bad, and you're going to roll the dice on those high-dollar quarterbacks who have that 35, 40-point ceiling. Definitely recommend doing that for tournaments. So I'm going to keep taking swings at the biggest dogs out there every single week, as should you. Somebody who is a big dog but was not priced like one was Justin Herbert. 281 yards, 4 touchdowns, ran the ball 4 times for 16, 30.84 points. And like we said before, the question that you should not be asking yourself when playing a quarterback in tournaments, can he sustain a double stack? If you have a quarterback who's going to score 30 to 45 fantasy points on a week, if they have that sort of day, they most certainly can sustain a double stack of players. And that's why I want to play him. So Justin Herbert, absolute smash this week. Kirk Cousins, seems like I write him up basically every single week. 30 of 38 for 323 yards, 3 touchdowns, 28.1 DraftKings points. Just another smash. Daniel Jones did not perform great, but he was fine if you played him in cash. This is where we were trying to look for him. One, he was a cash viable quarterback because of the rushing yards that he gets you. Didn't do great, but didn't kill you either. 16.54 DraftKings points. The guys that I preferred for cash this week were Herbert or Cousins. I said that range on the anti-Tinkercast. You're probably going to spend between 58 and 6,500 depending on what you have left. So hopefully you played one of those guys that we mentioned in that range and you did good in your cash games this weekend. Justin Fields, he was a miss. I went over on stream why he was a miss. I don't think this was the kid's fault. I think this was horrible planning, but the stats don't lie, and he did not have a good game at all. 6 of 20 from, on his attempted passes, got sacked 9 times, threw for 68 yards. He ran the ball 3 times. That seems to be a systemic problem for only 12 yards. Maybe they should have designed some runs for the guy who can run the ball really well and keep defenses a little bit more off balance as opposed to being right where they expect him to be so they can pull him down behind the line of scrimmage 9 times in one game. 3.92 points. I'll take the L there if you want me to. I think that Nagy should be the one who takes the L there. Whole other story. Derrick Henry, 28 carries. At some point, I know he's built different, but he's on pace for 550 touches this year. At some point, it's gonna come home to roost. At some point, this is gonna be a problem with the amount of volume that he is seeing right now. But you gotta love it from a fantasy perspective. 28 for 113, got you the 100-yard bonus. 3 catches on 3 targets. Continues to catch every ball that's thrown his way this year. Awesome. 17.4 points because he did not find his way into the end zone is not enough, but we can't predict touchdowns. I do like the volume. Dalvin Cook was injured. You clearly must have pivoted down to Madison if you wanted to still play that, and he smashed. And Cook would have smashed in that spot. Just it's a place we're going to continue to go back to with a team that likes, 1, is good on offense, and 2, is going to feed that running back a ton and threw the ball to him a lot too. Saquon Barkley, smash. 16 for 51 and a touchdown, caught 6 balls on 7 targets for 43 yards, 21.4 DraftKings points at 6,500, more than enough. Austin Eckler did most of his damage in the first half. Kind of disappointing, to be honest with you. Still did well, but like it was lining up to be one of those days where he could have completely broken a slate. 11 carries, 55 yards, no touchdowns on the ground. Caught 6 of 6 balls that were headed his way for 52 yards and a touchdown. 22.7 DraftKings points. And I think that he had like 18 and a half in the first half of the game. Crazy. Damian Harris, 6 for 14, caught 2 of 2 balls headed his way, 3.1 DraftKings points. That's a miss. Whatever. It's going to happen. I'm definitely never going to be able to predict the future with 100% accuracy. Took a swing on Harris at a cheap price and missed there. DK Metcalf, smash. 6 catches on 9 targets, 107 yards and a touchdown, 25.7. Sterling Shepard got injured. Hate injuries. We got to stop having injuries. If we could do that. Can somebody turn the slider all the way down? That'd be great. Just turn off the injuries. KJ Osborne ran a bunch of routes, ran 30 of them. And as we know, Kirk Cousins dropped back 38 times. And he didn't play 100% of the snaps. Like when he was out there, he was running routes. They just didn't throw the ball anywhere near him. The balls were going to the tight end instead. Like the Jefferson and Thielen are always going to get theirs, but instead they went to Conklin instead of Osborne this week. Seems like a weird spot, but his price will stay low and he's going to continue to play a lot of snaps. This is a miss. It is what it is. But at his price, you can take the risk there. It's better to have a guy score 4.6 DraftKings points when he's 3.5K than score you like 6.8 points when he's 5,700, like Robert Woods did on 3 catches for 6 targets and 33 yards. Marvin Jones caught 6 of 8 balls headed his way for 62 yards, 12.2 points. Travis Kelsey continues to be an absolute monster. Did not find his way into the end zone because apparently it was like bring your kid to work day as Patrick Mahomes was throwing the ball in the end zone to like a whole bunch of guys that you have to put that Snoop Dogg gif. Who? Toby? Who caught a touchdown? Jody? Throw the ball to Travis, please. More. 7 catches, great. 11 targets, great. 104 yards, great. No touchdowns, problematic. But 20.4 DraftKings points every single week. 20 plus points at a position where like nobody else seems to score. TJ Hawkinson, 2 catches on 2 targets, 10 yards, 3 DraftKings points. Austin Hooper caught a touchdown, 2 of 3 for 19 and a touchdown, 9.9. Kyle Pitts, we can go over what the issue may be there. They are lining him up outside in the slot a lot, which we like because it means he's running a lot of routes, but like he's being guarded by guys whose job it is to guard guys. He's not getting very good separation out there. He is actually, based on next gen stats, doing twice, almost 3 times as well when he lines up against a safety or a linebacker as opposed to when he's being guarded by a cornerback when he's on the perimeter. Ran a ton of routes, was on there for a ton of snaps, second in the league in terms of routes run and route at the position and routes run per quarterback dropback, but only caught 2 of 3 for 35, no touchdowns, 5.5 points. He's a miss. Cardinals defense was a smash at 18 points. Titans only got 3. It's a miss. Bengals 12 points. I think you could have built a pretty darn good lineup just using best buys this week. Taking a look at my single entry lineup, I was in an absolute smash spot here, and I got lucky to hold on. It paid 53 spots, and I came in 53rd. I was in on the bubble, the last guy in. $1,500 tournament. I won $1,000. I was in like the top 6 after the morning games with 3 players remaining. I had a Herbert double stack with Kelsey coming back. I had DeAndre Swift also going early. So like flame emojis everywhere in the morning. And then Leonard Fournette, KJ Osborne, Robert Woods later. I also had the Bengals defense early. Was in prime position to put up like 185 to 200 points in a single entry tournament, or in a high stakes tournament at that, where, like, again, high stakes is different. I keep telling you guys, 202 won this one. 180 was like 10th place. Coming in top 10 in this tournament is massive. It's something that you want to do more often than not. I thought that I had a shot, at least a good shot at it. I did not get there. My Millionaire Maker lineups, I massively outpaced the top 5% in the field. 26 of my 150 lineups this week ended up in the top 5% of the Millionaire Maker, and one of them finishing 90th. The one that finished 90th was Brady, double stack with Godwin and Edwins. Brought that back with Cooper Kupp. Cardinals defense as a one-off. Andrews to Swift. Gibson to Sanders as two other secondary stacks in that lineup. And show all. We can take a look at the winner real quick, because, like, you guys love to tell me when the winner does not have a correlated lineup, like almost too much. Allen, Beasley, Sanders, Thomas is a bring back player, Jefferson, Metcalf, Swift and Madison at the running back spots. Cardinals D. The easiest path to the top 5%, the easiest path to the top 1% is to run the heavily correlated lineups that we have preached on this channel. You do what you want. If you don't want to build lineups that way, go ahead. Don't build them that way. You do you. Looking at the cage match, I won the cage match. I'm off the schneid. I'm 2-0 against the former Edge boys. CSU Ram took down the side bet between him and Adam Levitan. I almost got burned by the Mooney pick where I was going to take Sanders here to kind of troll because of the Emmanuel Sanders long-standing joke between me and CSU Ram and Adam Levitan and his wife Ashley. Well, CSU Ram's wife Ashley, not Levitan's wife Ashley. That would have put me completely over the top and uncatch. I'd have been high stepping. Either way, that's $500 from each of these fine gentlemen. Pete can afford it, as he had like a $350,000 day over on FanDuel this week. So congratulations to him on the massive takedowns over there. He can afford the $500 donation to No Kid Hungry. Adam lost a tennis match. He lost a cage match. Rough week for Adam. He's gonna have to bounce back. In the Smiz Gang Listener League for week 3, Willie Wampa was the king of the hill at 216 points. Z-Bits coming in third. Steve Woods, RSC, Mike J, M Bullet, Gasman, the Gasman, Chavalue, Mookie, and Run the Bases, who was in first at the end of the 1 p.m. games, but didn't quite hold on there. Herbert, Williams, Cook, had Cup in this lineup. Harris, who had like an absurd 19 targets, had Jamar Chase as a secondary stack there. Jamar Chase with 4 touchdowns through the first 3 weeks. Cooper Kupp seems to be a good play pretty much every week. Cardinals defense, which for 3K was something that you wanted to have in your lineups this week, is massive. The Smith Gang Listener League going to come back once again for week 4. Jump in there. There will be a link down below in the description, and on every week 4 video in the description, just click show more. You'll find the link. So many people replying, where's the link? How can I find the link? It's in the freaking description. It's like right there. And I tell you in the video, it's in the description. So where is it? It's in the description. Click show more and you'll find it. Looking over at Underdog Fantasy, I played a couple of pick'ems this weekend. I was 3 for 4 on this one because Bobby Trees could not get 70 yards receiving. I paired Cousins with Jefferson. Easy peasy. Matthew Stafford smashed. Woods just decided to not do things. I also had this one that missed. Patrick Mahomes could not get over 337 yards as they ran the ball a ton. Eckler, 107. He got over. And Justin Herbert got over. I also participated this weekend. Where are they? How come I can't find it? NFL. Is it this? Battle Royale. There we go. So you draft teams. You draft 6 spots: a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, and a flex. 6-person draft. $6, $100,000. Congratulations to young Vince in that one. Over on Underdog Fantasy, use promo code ALSMIZZLE, all one word. If you want to join, you get $10 on your first deposit over there. As you can see, very simple. Draft the players, takes about 10-15 minutes to draft. Cheap way to get some GPP action in a different way without salary cap and overlap in the guys that you have. I tried to correlate some lineups in this one. I tried to not correlate some other lineups in this one. You just go as you go. But like taking a look at this lineup, Allen, Eckler, Kupp, Jefferson, Ridley, Pitts, that cashed. As poorly as Pitts did, that's still cashed, guys. 6 into 13 here. Herbert, Eckler, Mixon, Metcalf, Jefferson. There's that correlation I was talking about. Eckler, Herbert, a little correlation there. Travis Kelsey brought it back with him. Little correlation there. Makes it a little bit easier. And looking over at the Guillotine League, I'm going to make it. Chat, WGMI. We're going to make it to week 4 of the 06010 listener, or not listener league, but staff league, as I did not have a great week, but I still got Jalen Hurts going on Monday night. So like, it's going to look better by the end of this. We already have somebody who's got less points than me and no minutes remaining. Where is it? Right here. HMS Beagle currently in last place. We might be targeting Aaron Jones this week in waivers because I've got to get me a second running back, and I've waited just about long enough to get me to that point. So might have to chase down Aaron Jones and spend a bunch of my fab. But that's going to do it for the recap. Hope that you guys had a good week. Let me know how you did in the replies down below, and I'll catch you later. Bye.
He's a legend.